as she flutters by. It takes on the wind, she takes to the sky. No jar can tame her, no net to make her mine. She lays on my shoulder, if only for a tease. Then off to the wind, floating on the breeze. Forever in that moment, she'll be mine. Butterfly. But I guess this song of things is not meant to hold. I guess if I love her, let it go. I guess if I love her, let it go. I wanna hold you now, hold you back. Tryna make sense of this, there ain't no making sense of that. And hoping is just hoping when we don't know where you're at. Want you to run so far, yeah, and fly so free. I've never felt so stuck in between. You never put a day, just won't you say that you stay? I guess that's all things.
You're gonna need more magnets.
More magnets, more computers, more cameras.
Hey, welcome to a surprise broadcast of Live on Patrol. If you're watching us, backseaters, if you wouldn't mind sharing this in case some people don't get notified. We're not exactly sure why that is, but if you wouldn't mind sharing this. What time is it, Pat? 7-ish?
7:04.
7:04. And we're glad you joined us here. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight. We're primarily out because we are testing a 2-camera system. Now, we heard what you said loud and clear about not having a split screen. That was the number one thing, right?
Yes, it was.
And number 2, people didn't like even having a small screen in there. That was number 2. Number 3, they didn't like having it on one camera if you're getting the sound off the other camera. That was confusing.
Right.
We tried that. But a lot of people said they liked the possibility of more than one squad. So tomorrow to have more than one camera. But if we were going to get the audio for that off, it is getting our audio. And the smartest man, Kyle Meestead, and his assistant, second smartest man, Andy Cassidy, have figured out how we can do that without a lot of extra. So we actually have a phone in the car here where we can switch from camera to camera, or on Pat's laptop, but Pat likes to be ready to spring into action, so his laptop isn't in his lap a lot. So, but we're going to show you what we've done. What we've done for our test tonight is we've placed 2 cameras in our car. One, of course, the normal camera facing to the front, and one camera facing slightly out the side rear window. Now this is just a test, mind you, just a test. But a lot of you don't like it when you can't see what's going on the side of the car when people are outside.
And the reality is, it's very often it's not very tactically sound or safe for us to be facing a situation straight on, which is why you're sometimes not able to see it. So we're hoping that this will help alleviate that a little bit, so you'll have more of a view.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to improve the educational experience, so and make it a full view. We're talking about putting a camera on top with a rotor on it. Well, that would be cool too.
That'd be very cool.
But for now, we're just going to try mounting some different cameras on the car, and cameras on other cars as well. So somehow we ended up out here by Hamlin University, my old college.
And I'll bet we can find somewhere here to do a little test run.
I bet you could also find somebody scratched my name on the wall that didn't, really like me.
Recently?
No. I don't know how often they paint them. No, I thought I was worthy of a bathroom scratch. In the bathrooms where they scratch.
Oh yeah.
But we are going to drive down Snelling Avenue, and we're going to show you the side view. I don't know if it's best to show you when we're moving. We don't even know. We haven't really looked at it ourselves. But Andy Cassidy has equipped us with a laptop, an iPad, and a phone to try the side view. Now, it's not going to be right out the side. Actually, Pat, you can do it right there,
Yep.
right? Well, what's the preview look like? We'll go when we get to this corner. We'll go ahead. We're going to show you the side view, and we can add a phone to the left side too. This is the right side view of the car.
It's not at a 45-degree angle. It's at a slight angle to the right.
Yeah, to the forward. I think that'll be a little easier to envision. Like it's as if you're sitting in the back seat, looking out the back window. Right?
There you go.
Try it.
Ready?
There we go. We're going to camera 2. And we want to test the sound out too. Well, let's try it on here.
Oh, did we
Hang on.
start that up?
I did. But I'm not guaranteeing it's still going.
I think when we rebooted, maybe.
Is there anything? Camera 2. We're going to camera 2. Well. We'll pull over and see if we can get camera 2.
Maybe we are then.
Oh yeah, that's camera 2.
There we go.
Camera 2. Now, for instance, we'll pull into the Holiday gas station here. That's as if imagine you're riding in the back seat, you're looking out your window. So it's called backseater cam.
So you are seeing camera 2 right now.
It's kind of cool. I can
Yeah,
drive
it really
down the
is.
street. Something different. I mean, obviously, we're not going to use that when we're driving usually. Mostly, we're going to use that when we're stopped. So you can see who's walking up to our window.
This will take some fine tuning, like you can probably see in the upper left of the screen is my side view mirror. But we'll do some fine tuning on this, and I think this is going to be pretty slick.
I think that's just a little reflection, huh? That upper.
Yeah. See if I can show them me.
So we're going to pull in here. And see, there's people in front of us there, but we'll see if we can find our friends here at the holiday.
How y'all doing?
Good, it's good to see you. Good to see you. So you see a little more out the side camera. I mean, obviously the front camera too is good, but it something different, huh?
Yeah.
Something a little different out that side camera. So I don't know if we can see. We're gonna play around with mounts. Somebody's over there yelling. Let's see if we can get a side camera view of the yelling. See, if we had the front camera right now, you wouldn't be able to see that group in front over there arguing. But tomorrow night we'll have this camera on the dash of one of our other cars, and we might have this. See, right now we're not really facing this group. How's that?
That's pretty cool.
And by the way, somebody sent us a message. How's the sound? Because now the sound is coming off the second camera rather than the first camera.
So our front-facing camera ends about 12 feet to the left of those folks you saw right there on the sidewalk.
It's tough to monitor this on your phone with all those messages you're getting.
Yeah.
All right, so now while we're driving, the sound is good, they're saying.
That's good.
While we're driving, we will to camera one.
Yeah, the laptop is not functioning, so
It's all right. So
we're good with your. And now we're back forward.
and we won't make it distracting by having another second camera in there. We'll just switch to side cameras when we think it's something that would be interesting, right?
Yeah. So as Bob said, some of you were asking, does this mean there won't be a live tomorrow night? No, it certainly does not. You will have us tomorrow night as well.
In fact, we're going to start early.
We are? Okay.
8 o'clock.
Nice.
8 o'clock, and we are going to go over and support a walk for safety over at the University of Minnesota.
Nice.
A lot of Ramsey County residents have children over there at the University of Minnesota. And there have been some safety issues over there. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So there is a walk over there at 8 o'clock, 8:30 or so, 8 to 10, on the University of Minnesota Dinkytown area.
3934.
And I'm excited to be invited. Hopefully, I'm going to give you a little more information here once we stop. But before we get to that, some of you are aware, I guess you read the paper this morning, that we had a press conference yesterday. Surplus. They agreed on spending $250 million. We're only talking, a tiny fraction of the surplus. doesn't that bring your joy to your heart? We can't see it, but there's a taekwondo or karate class there. And this is the old Jansen's Food Market. Used to be a staple in the neighborhood here. Look at all those trophies, huh?
Pretty cool.
They won a few trophies. Anyhow, we're urging the legislature and the governor to, when the election's over, to quickly call a special session to use some of the surplus to fight crime. And it's a long list of items. I won't bore you with them, but the Senate had passed an excellent crime bill. The House had passed a crime bill, and they just couldn't agree before they adjourned. So we're hopeful that even if they only fund through next July, which is when the next budget cycle starts, be a big help. So call your legislator, write them, send them an email, tell them you really would like to see a special session called just to address crime, not everything else. The rest of the stuff can wait. Well, it can't. I don't know. Some of it shouldn't wait, but I'm just saying crime can't wait.
No. And there are some portions of it that both sides all claim to agree on. All right, deal with those. Everybody agrees we need more police officers. All right, get the funding out there for more police officers.
Yeah, and if you saw my quote, by the way, I'm urging you to follow the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office official Facebook page. Obviously, there are more on Live on Patrol, but there's going to be other information on the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office page that we post that might not be on this page. We post a lot of the similar, but I'm urging you to follow that or become a like it or whatever it is. And we have a Ramsey County Sheriff's Deputy Federation page that does some really nice stuff.
Absolutely.
So the Ramsey County Sheriff Deputy Federation and the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office on top of the Live on Patrol page. Don't be afraid to go there and follow it. And you will see that on the Sheriff's Office page, they posted the CCO, the CBS story regarding the press conference yesterday. And one of the things I said for those of you over in Minneapolis, Buzzy Bone and others, that they're quality choices for chief and I don't know what that was about. Maybe that was a hive. Quality choices for chief and commissioner, but I assure you they cannot succeed with lacking 300 officers. They can't succeed in curbing crime.
No.
Operation Endeavor is a great effort, but all the overtime and the movement from other jobs, eventually you will burn out the employees there. You need to quickly hire employees. And actually, I had a conversation with the mayor's policy director yesterday. I have an idea how they could do that, but they have to move very quickly. So if you saw my quote there, it's just the reality that you can't fight this battle without the resources.
And Minneapolis is truly at a tipping point. It needs to be done now. We need to save Minneapolis.
And you say, if some of you say, well, why is that? Well, because it's an economic engine for the entire state. It has 3 sports teams. It has tons of business and commerce and restaurants on top of that. The town deserves to be saved, and it's going to need our help to do that. So let's do whatever we can. Let's do whatever we can to make that happen. And you'll be talking more about it. But in this short term, just send your legislator text, email, letter, telling them you think there should be some more resources to fight crime. Picture looks good, huh?
It really does. You know, on a side note here, but a very important note, the first police officer I know of who started live streaming, being on patrol, was Jason Gadrill from Logan, Ohio. Well, Jason officially pulled the pin and retired today.
Oh, my goodness.
Jason, we want to wish you good luck in the next phase of your life. You did a great job. You do great woodworking. And whatever you choose to do next, we know you're going to be great at. Congratulations to you.
It's got to be tough to leave, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we're bad examples. We're bad examples. Sometimes it's tough to stay too.
Mm-hmm.
You got channel 3 on over there, partner?
I do.
So we are going to be on tomorrow, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock tomorrow. Get a little early start.
I'll be clear, sis, and I will replace 95.
I do got... We're not going to be on long tonight, folks. We're just trying to...
We definitely wanted to talk about the need for some sort of crime bill to get quickly passed, and we wanted to give a brief test of this new camera system.
So I don't know if you can read this. Maybe I'll send it to you on your phone. Maybe your phone's a little bigger.
I can read it.
Yeah, don't be so sure. So, anyhow, last night I'm over at actually Lisa Clemens. They're opening up a new house, a new office, a new home in North Minneapolis, and it's an amazing new facility, just amazing. And I really won't give credit. I might have to call Lisa to ask her to give credit to the right businesses that helped them. But while I'm there, I run into this woman that I had seen her face. Actually, I'd used videos of her on some of the trainings that I'd done. And turns out it was Julie Wickland,
Okay.
who had been a victim of a home invasion in Minneapolis. So, and I had just finished my press conference and went over there, and turns out she's been working with the legislature, urging them to have a special session too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And like some people do after they've been victimized, she is all in on reducing crime in Minneapolis. Like my friend Pat, whose wife was a victim as well. So she's the one that told me about the walk tomorrow. But the stimulus for this was a young person that was carjacked. Now, can you read that, you think?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty hard, Pat. Pretty hard. This is an explanation of what the walk is for tomorrow. You can,
It's signed Distressed Parent. Tomorrow,
Who's it to? Like the U or?
University calls laughing emotionally from this and trying to process. In one moment, then the next moment, I visualize the maroon minivan full of carjackers pulling up and pointing a gun at my son's head. I fall to pieces. My husband checks our son's phone, location, and can finally rest when he sees he is back at his fraternity house for the night. Our middle schooler has been asking a lot of questions. When I look, senior, and just received her college acceptance letter from you, literally right after the carjacking incident. The irony of the timing. I cried when I received your letter. These were not the typical tears of joy eyes when a child gets a college acceptance, but tears of sadness, distress, frustration, and disappointment, knowing it is not a currently safe place to send her for college. Not with what's going on. Your institution have one of the lowest, if not the lowest, percentage of student housing in the Big Ten. 77% of your students live off campus in the city of Minneapolis, which is down almost 300 police officers. Robberies, carjackings, and break-ins in the air are not being reported in campus crime statistics. According to Minneapolis Police September 22 data, year-to-date violent crimes are up 43% in University of Minnesota, Marcy Holmes, and Prospect Park neighborhoods. Year-to-date average violent crimes per month now stand at 200. A bullet flying through the window of your student's Dinkytown apartment is not acceptable. Armed robbery of your student in Marcy Holmes is not acceptable. Our son's carjacking at gunpoint in Prospect Park is not acceptable. This needs to stop. Your university is a stellar institution academically, for which our family has always held a deep appreciation and admiration for. My husband is an alum. I am an emergency department advanced practice clinician and work at U of M Health Fairview Hospitals. I did several of my student rotations down at the U and took prerequisite courses there. But our school spirit and respect for the university have dwindled, knowing that you are putting your students in harm's way and not enough is being done about it. You have the resources and the funds. You have smart, talented, thoughtful leaders and professors. Now is the time for you to stand up and protect your students. We are begging you, do the right thing. We'll be joining the Campus Safety Coalition this Friday night, October 28th, over Parents' Weekend, for a Campus Safety Walk. We are not only inviting you to walk with us in solidarity at this event, but asking you in a deeper sense to commit to walk alongside your students on the path to a safer college experience. Please walk with us. That's powerful stuff.
That is an amazing letter. That is powerful. And let me just say that you read it amazingly too. Thank you.
You know, I saw where they wanted the emphasis, and I had to give it the emphasis.
You did an amazing job reading that letter. I got goosebumps listening to you.
Come on, 274.
I got goosebumps just reading it.
Yeah, so anyhow, that's where we're going to stop by tomorrow night. Maybe we'll get to meet the parent of the children that were carjacked, huh?
I would hope so. I hope we do.
Terrible thing. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
And they're right. It's unacceptable. And they're right. There are things that can be done about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't know that the university had limited student housing. You know. Yeah,
no, I didn't realize the numbers were that low either.
It's kind of interesting. Just across the border into Minneapolis from St. Paul, before this happened. You did see us switch cameras there a couple times just to use the side camera when we're driving by Holiday. So, just clicking off the things. Press conference, special session. What do we got there? You hear? Make sure we're not. I hear a siren somewhere.
Might be on the highway.
Call Lisa Clemens. You met Lisa Clemens, you guys, when we did the Broadway.
Calling Lisa Clemens.
The Broadway Lindale tour. And now we're going to check with her just real briefly. She can explain to the services that Mother's Love is providing out of that house.
Fletcher.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for inviting me over to your open house yesterday. That was amazing.
Thank you for coming. I'm getting ready to upload pictures.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Can you put the skinny lens on mine? That's what I.
No, whatever. I love you just the way you
Yeah.
are.
Well, I know, and that's very nice of you to say, but you'd love me more if I was skinny.
And you know, the media came, Fox 9, she said she read what you wrote. She said, is he amazing or what? She
Well,
said that was powerful.
well,
I said, yeah, but you got to get them to listen.
there's another issue. Hey, we're live on patrol right now. I wanted to tell people about your new house and your new services, and to brag about what's going on up there.
Oh, thank you. We are loving it. We are loving it. We're ready to get to work. I had to take today off to rest because I'm exhausted. But thank you for coming out and giving us some time. I appreciate it.
Well, tell us about who helped get that house up and running, because that's a beautiful house you got there. I know you gave credit to a couple different organizations last night.
Yeah, we were trying for a couple of years to raise the money ourselves, and that wasn't going well. And I had made this golfing friendship with an amazing lady named Andrea, but I didn't know who she was. And we had cultivated this friendship for like 8 months, almost a year. And then I met her husband a couple of times, still didn't know who he was because she had a different name when she called me on her phone. And then when he finally told me he was of the Luther family,
Yeah.
I was in disbelief. And he told me he wanted to buy me the house for us to do our work out of, and that's what he did.
That's amazing. Just amazing.
But
Yeah.
everything in the house here, Fletcher, came from people in the community, elected officials, the Luther family, of course, the house. Jay Ettinger bought every piece of furniture
Yeah, Jay
that
Ettinger.
was in that house.
Hey, Lisa, hold on a minute. I gotta scold a man for driving a little fast. Hang on a second.
Okay, scold him. I'll listen.
Hang on 1 second. Step out of your car, sir. Step out over here. Are we in a hurry tonight or what? Okay, well, you really should pass people in that spot. We weren't going that slow, and you exceeded the speed limit while you were passing. Where are you headed? The big, right here, the big discount? Can we? Thank you. Thanks. Have a good night.
Take care.
Thank you. Sorry, Lisa.
You got to be the coolest sheriff in the state of Minnesota. I love it.
It's not hard.
Absolutely.
I'm certainly the oldest.
Here we go. I will say the most loved. You could be the oldest, but you are the most loved.
I'm working on being the biggest too. You know, heaviest, oldest, and heaviest.
You're so funny. That's too funny.
Anyhow, thanks for all your work over there. I really appreciate it. And how's the corner at Lyndale Broadway coming? A little better? I know that push for peace there is there, and so things are a little better.
Well, it's getting a little colder. We'll be able to see the work come next summer. But I'm happy that one of the churches bought Marathon gas station. That was the next spot of violence on Broadway. So that's nice.
That's
Hopefully
awesome.
someone will buy Winter's gas station. That's called the murder station by Northsiders. So hopefully someone will buy that too. I'm thinking I hope a church buys it.
Yeah, well, that's a great concept. Great concept.
Yeah.
I saw.
We're trying over here. It's hard. We're trying.
Well, I'm going to try to help you guys get some extra resources from the state so they can hire some more police officers. And I know Don Samuels was there and his wife yesterday. It was great seeing them. And
Amazing.
They're amazing people. A power couple of the Twin Cities, I would say. And of course, your brother. You're the what do they call? You're the power siblings. You and Al. You were the power siblings.
Yeah. I won't tell him. I won't share this love right here with Al. He can't get any of this.
Yeah.
I'll let him know you said that.
It was nice. The mayor was there, and Amelia Huffman, chief of the police department, was there. So you had an awesome.
My favorite chief, and it was nice to see Martha Houghton Dimmick there. She came in as well. That was nice to see.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. I love Martha, and she's been a really good person. And I didn't see her. I must have missed her, but wish.
Yeah, no, she came. She was there towards the end. She stayed until the end, so that was nice.
Yeah. Well, call me anytime. I just wanted to reach out and say hi and say thanks. And, you know, anything happens, keep us posted. And
I will. Thank you so much.
The best part about the whole thing was when Zimmerman said, well, no matter what time he calls you, 3 a.m, you come.
We definitely
That's
come.
very cool.
We never say no. We come for the families.
Thank you.
Lisa, I have to ask you something. This is Pat.
Oh, Pat, you weren't there. You don't get to ask any questions. No. Okay, you can ask me a question, Pat.
Did you get those gift cards I forwarded from Catherine Cowley?
Yes, I thought I posted something to thank you guys on Facebook.
Oh, wonderful.
You might
but
have.
I'll make sure I do. That was amazing.
Oh, Catherine,
so we're using
Catherine's
those
very
to
amazing.
give to kids who we catch doing something good in the community. So we've been using gift cards to do that. We kind of copied Sheriff Fletcher. But, you know, we're doing a mother's twist on ours.
Yeah.
But we like that idea.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, you're our hero, Lisa. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Same back at you. Be safe out there, okay?
All right. Thank you very much. Say hi to your kids, too.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
277 on Monroe, clear, that's in code 4.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
262 checking your status over to McDonald's on Marianne.
Let's see if there's something going on at McDonald's here.
They've got.
I don't know. There's lots of.
System, but unable to get a hold of
I'm
262. You thought we're transit over to McDonald's on Marianne with a assault suspect.
I think they're here. Maybe, huh?
Yeah. Not sure.
Guys, I'm off the field.
Well, come on, buddy. Seriously? Do you not see those red lights?
262 checking your status. 344. 44 meeting.
4? You bet.
Sorry, 262 44 1938.
Well, maybe it's not them because I see no St. Paul car here, huh?
336. I know what's going on underneath.
You're on your radio. Copy 236. Highway 1 at the verge. Over by Princeton and Broadway. He gets squad to start.
Prince.
Okay, there's a squad there too.
2 code 4 and headed towards those
Okay, he went code 4 too.
Just if you can read the call here, just for the backseaters.
Could you please log me off real quick?
Says they were attempting to catch up with an assault suspect. Female with a leather jacket and blonde braids.
That's him over there. But let's go through and turn around. He's sitting on the curb over here. Perfect chance for the side camera, Pat.
Indeed.
Indeed. So they're out with an assault.
You'll have to do it from your phone.
Yeah. We're racing a train.
No train coming towards us.
Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you just 100% sure?
Yes.
Okay. Switching to camera 2 for your backseaters. It's very complex.
336
operation.
on code 4.
72644. Thank you, boy.
So an assault suspect. But look at the line of McDonald's over there. My goodness gracious. See, this will be the advantage of this. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain if this is going to work with all these flashing lights. I think she looks like a girl, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it is. So let's just see what we got here for cameras. So our front camera is terrible because we got red lights right on it. So let's just see what the side camera looks like.
280.
Alright, so
Update squad's on the call. The comp is not going to come out.
pull up a little further.
So K9's going to disengage.
How's that? Might be
Probably
good,
has the
huh?
squad's clear.
Copy 280.
3645 with a PC scanner at 714 Rose Avenue, East Department 2.
There you go.
Perfect.
See the advantage of a
pretty
side
slick.
camera? I mean, it's kind of nice. You got a little, you can see what's going on. The beauty of it is in the summer, I can actually roll the window down. I could roll it one down now, and then you could pick up some sound.
Oh, so it's not mounted to the window itself.
No, so
Oh.
it's mounted to the frame.
Let's see what
Squad
happens when you
36.
do that.
Go ahead.
What is the description of the male that you're out with?
This is a black male wearing a black sweatshirt and jeans with his pants halfway pulled down on a red bike.
Whoa!
Look at that.
Whoa! Check that out. Get rid of those tinted windows, huh?
I'm telling you. I'm not sure if this is the suspect or not.
And it's not a leather jacket. But it was a long, wavy brown hair, right?
Long braids.
It looks a little. But see the difference in camera? I mean, that's really something, huh?
Pretty cool.
Oh, sorry. So. All right. Well. Is he alone or is there one of them? Oh, there we just roll our window up and you see how the tint kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's good. Yeah, we got to work on the stickiness of that camera. So we're switching back to camera one.
We had an equipment malfunction.
We're headed to 255 Kellogg. Got a call there. Pat will give us a little summary.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what this means, but somebody called in and said that a man looted him. Says that the suspect is 30s, 5'10", camo jacket, black pants.
With no brown braids.
363-386.
Looted. I think that means took all his stuff out of his house.
The male is no longer following the complainant.
On his shots fired.
Complainant says the male grabbed his phone and was attempting to fight him.
This one, yeah, shots fired. So it hasn't been dispatched yet, right?
No.
Okay, but he was following him for a while?
It sounds like the suspect is following the complainant.
386, you got me?
The suspect grabbed his phone and was attempting to fight him. And all he's asking for is an area check. I don't get this.
Copy.
So we are coming into downtown Kellogg. I'm going to 255 East Kellogg, I think. And the cutoff for 0 is right around Wabasha.
Yep.
So right now we're going to be on West Kellogg. The numbering downtown is different than the numbering in the rest of town. Normally, as we talked about, 480 miles numbers to a mile, 240 to a half mile, but these downtown blocks are compressed and the numbering moves faster. I think originally somebody had an idea of 100 blocks, 100 numbers every block. I'll look that one up. So by the way, as long as we're on the way, some of you have been asking questions about some other stolen stuff. We had a very serious arrest yesterday. Well, first of all, go back 2 days. You saw the Star Tribune story about the 16-year-old that was in a 28-mile chase from St. Paul over to Bloomington, back to St. Paul, and then he bailed on foot.
700 block to Sherburne.
Right.
They caught him on Grotto.
And he had a lengthy criminal history and had been shot twice before.
Twice in 2 separate incidents within the few days prior, and he never got treated. A gunshot wound to the abdomen and a gunshot wound to the leg, I believe.
I think he got treated. I was there during the chase, and I saw the sewing and stitching in his stomach.
Oh, okay.
So what I did,
it look like home stitching?
Well, now you're asking me to judge the doctors too. But we took him to the hospital because he was complaining about pain in his areas where he'd been shot. But we were familiar with him from several other crimes. Which, by the way, brings me to the most important point of the night. Forgot about this. You have got to read, even if you got to have somebody else print it, find a computer that you haven't had your 8 free articles from the Star Tribune. You have got to read the Star Tribune story on juvenile detention problems. Posted today. It is one of the top 10 stories that I've read in the last 20 years regarding crime. I mean, and I'm not mentioned in it, I'm not even interviewed for it, but the information that is in there is probably the most valuable journalism to understand how we got to where we're at and why things are so screwed up when it comes to juvenile detention. It's a long story. I think it's their 3rd or 4th in their series, but it is the best out of the whole series. Keep in mind, we're looking for a suspect now, right?
Yep.
Star Tribune, story about juvenile detention, no place to put them. It talks about the closing of Totem Town, the closing of the Hennepin County Home School. In interviews, people that worked there, went there. It's by Liz Sawyer and Chris Sears, and one other reporter contributed as well. You'll see her name when you look it up. The best, most articulate, thoughtful story on juvenile crime, and not everybody's going to be happy with what's in there, because the people that have been trying to close these facilities, that's not him, is it?
Nope.
The people that have been trying to close these facilities for years are going to realize that their plan has failed the children and they failed future victims. So I'll find a way to post it online, but it will be, if you don't want to pay for the electronic version, on Sunday it's going to be on the front page of the Star Tribune. It's online for 3 days. Sunday it's the main story. Pick up a copy. I'm personally going to get one framed and put on the wall, because these journalists have finally reported and ferreted out the substance of our problem here in Minnesota.
That sounds outstanding. I did not see that article. I will when I get home, I'll tell you that.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe how good it was. So we're looking for a suspect down here while I'm blabbering a little bit. But I'm going to get out and grab that maybe at the next intersection. The camera that fell back there, Pat. Make sure it didn't fall out the window. Yeah, I was so excited to read that story. I just...
Oh, sorry, 1 sec.
Oops.
Oh, no.
Well, now it did fall out of the car.
Oh, no. Is it okay?
I don't know. Nothing a little super glue can't fix, Pat.
Oh, shoot.
It did come off.
What do you think?
I'm going to try to mount it on the car instead of on the frame.
286.
Scott 286-138 George Street West for missing Juvenile. 11-year-old brother ran away 20 minutes ago. Hispanic male, heavy build, white shirt, camel pants.
I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it.
Copy.
1953.
I got to have good suction. You know, Pat, you know what it's going to take?
What's that?
Some really good super glue. Maybe I will mount it on the window for right now.
275, you had Minnesota plate, Hotel November, Delta 270, the call please.
Received. 1954. Sergeant 107.
What are you calling?
By the way, I have a request for 107 to check his messages.
If you can send that message to my cab, please.
Copy, will do. I have them send it to you. 1954.
Well, we'll see how that works.
And very fittingly, abracadabra, it's back.
Abracadabra. Oh, very good. And it's not actually a guy that goes around and does kids' parties. It appears to be a pest at Wildlife Service.
How's that song go?
Appears to be a pest.
How's that song go? Abracadabra.
Let's just see what that looks like out the window. No, we're going to find some better mounts so we can be more consistent with these cameras, obviously. There aren't really mounts made for where we have it.
Hey, I'm just going to keep it for now.
How's that look?
That looks good.
Except you can see the window post.
I still think it looks pretty good.
1955.
Do not roll the window down.
Yeah, don't forget. Or we'll be saying a big oops. A little more reflection, but and a little bit of the doorpost, but it's not bad.
The other thing, we could just aim it at your head. And people would feel like they're really in the back seat, huh?
Hi, D3. They checked the area
I
of the
want
lower
to reach
town
out
wall.
and grab you. There you go.
255
Thank you.
Kellogg Boulevard
What?
for DOC.
Abra.
We tried to find them, but now he's by the light rail train station apparently. But you think they're requesting
All right.
check.
So we got our test in.
Camel jacket, black view.
We're gonna fix it, make it even better.
We talked about some important things.
Jesus!
1956.
Pretty sure our light was green.
Pretty sure.
Well, let's just make sure she's not under any particular substance. But I can tell you it was a young blonde lady.
Plate ended in 360. I got a feeling that's it up at the next light.
We just want to make sure. Everybody makes mistakes like that sometimes, but we just want to make sure
That's
that.
it.
We just want to make sure that. We're just checking on you, ma'am, because you turned right in front of us when we had the green light. You're all right?
I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, we don't want. Everybody makes mistakes, but we just want to make sure you're not under the influence of anything.
Absolutely not.
229, go again.
Drop in 14 years.
All right, very good.
Good for you.
Very good. You're welcome.
Sorry.
That's all right. Thank you.
229, your case number is going to be 20.
Well, it's not like we haven't done that ourselves.
We've been known to do that.
I didn't say that.
You're welcome, 1957.
I'm guessing, without drilling down, that she was probably on the phone. You know, because it was as if she wasn't looking out the window,
Yeah.
right?
She was, I think, more shocked than we were.
That St. Peter and 7th suspicious call is impending still.
What do we got in St. Peter and 7th, Pat? We might as well run up there.
Hey, from 2 system, how did you want me to clear it out as?
Oh, maybe it's done.
You want to change it to a warrant arrest and clear report.
Okay.
Receive warrant report, 1958.
So a suspicious call, and turned out, what do we got up there? Frost and English.
Car was in the back of the apartments with the lights on for 2 hours. Squads are on scene, it looks like. Oh, that one from earlier was a blue Dodge Caravan with a stolen plate on it, if we see a blue Caravan. Before we finish up.
So back to the CAT team, there was that chase. So that was a stolen car, by the way. 16-year-old, lengthy record, been shot twice.
The CAT team was in on that one?
Well, Suki and Sparks.
Oh.
Technically not part of the CAT team, but supplemental services.
They sure are.
Supplemental services.
God, those are a couple of awesome cops.
So that was, and transit assisted in that pursuit too. But the big, you know what the big help was? State helicopter.
Oh, always.
State helicopter followed. Noticed them bailing. We can't do without the state helicopter, and that's one of the things that was approved in several committees to get help for law enforcement with the helicopter. It is the single most valuable tool we have at catching bad behavior.
Did they approve one or two more helicopters initially?
I don't know exactly how that works, but a lot more. But we could use them every night. Every night.
Oh, absolutely. Well, once again, if I hit the Powerball on Saturday, I am gifting the sheriff's office their own helicopter.
Okay.
And training for the pilots.
Maybe somebody will win that. One of our backseaters will win the lottery and get us some free Twinkies. So that was that chase. Then I got to tell you what happened. There was another one of our auto thieves. Actually, we're just going to tell you, we have confirmation that he was the one we chased that in the silver Mercedes.
Right.
That one, by his own social media posting.
And that was last Friday night, if you remember.
Last
folks.
Friday night. And so we identified who that was from his own social media posting. And we were able to arrest him in Minneapolis, leaving a relative's house. But before he left the relative's house, he assaulted the relative. And took a gun with him. So the officers had to arrest the party with a handgun.
Excellent.
So, but that party that was in the Mercedes that Pat threw the stop sticks, actually, did you know the company's changing its name
To what?
not stop sticks. We gotta get some more so we can each throw two at the same time.
I like that idea.
Yeah, rather than just, we gotta get a couple of those. Hey, and by the way, we're gonna show you live someday. The people say, well, can't you get a string? We have the official set of stop sticks as well that you throw as a threesome and then drag back across the street. If we have time, we do deploy those. The problem is they take more time to get out, get the string set, get ready, and throw out there. And you have to be able to retract them in a timely fashion because they're shielded in black. And the other officers following the stolen car can't see them in the street like they can the reflective ones. So
you have to get it pulled out of the way fast.
Short time, we prefer that you throw the individual sticks out because they quite often they can't get around them. We've had several, Pat and I have had several successful stop sticks. But if we have more time, we'll use the black ones with the rope on them.
You'll see that happen one shift.
We're going to demonstrate them sometime too. Well, we've sometimes had them out when they weren't on camera.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, I put your picture on the cover page.
I did.
Remember?
That was more of a textbook toss that time.
Yeah, Scott sticks.
Yeah, we both tossed them right Friday night, just
Two vehicles at the end of the cul-de-sac.
the positioning was slightly off and he zigged when we wished he'd have zagged.
I think if we each had two, though,
We'd have got it.
that would have been much harder for him to avoid.
This is Medic 4651 Weston Woods Way, Montgomery Township. I'm on the transfer to the medical dispatchers. All we know is the husband's having pain.
6 lookup.
2004.
Call Kyle Meestead.
Go for it, 2005.
Calling Kyle Eastad.
I gotta code him in. Smartest man.
Jose Sergeant to copy 925 Grand Avenue at the Speedway for a DOC for male refusing to leave.
Hello, smartest man. How's it going?
Good. I'm in the garage, just leaving the office, so I might cut out.
All right. Are we good? Are we good to go? And you're and Andy's in for another hour? I don't know how it works. You guys are good?
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Thank you for your work, both of you.
You're welcome.
Thank
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Schizophrenic office medication with active and homicidal ideation. And it looks like y'all only warrants out of
Grand.
111 we got. We read all those warrants. Maybe if there's another car free.
Yeah, maybe a second car in that one. Anybody's got a homicidal idolations.
25 copy.
We used to say thoughts.
17, please call me.
Right?
Yeah.
Homicidal thoughts.
172 copy.
660.
On your route.
It's still nice enough here. It's 50 degrees here in the balmy part of Minnesota.
Oh, we had a nice warm-up last week and over the weekend.
Burger King, the new Royal Crispy Chicken Sandwich.
Royal Crispy?
I wonder what that means. So like extra stuff on there?
I guess.
Royal. Maybe it's bacon. For sure there better not be pineapple. What else can I tell you about our week at the office? It's always busy. We got 500 employees, 500 prisoners, 7 cities that we got primary patrol. Then they got the CAT team, our apprehension team, our civil process team is out serving, evicting people, and serving notices. It's just a very, very busy place.
Orders for protection.
Yep.
25.
25.
Can you check if the cops still have eyes on the subject and the subject still have one eye?
Hey, if you want to watch the entire press conference, we didn't stream it.
Officer, per the caller, they did state
But apparently Alpha News streamed the whole press conference yesterday.
Receive me.
There's little clips on the news, but the entire thing is captured on the Alpha News website. We thought about streaming it, but we just...
2360 over clear.
I don't know. In a way, it's not fair to the mainstream media when you ask them to come and then you're broadcasting
I suppose.
to all your viewers. Our guys did some drone training. We have a large group of highly trained drone operators. They train this week. Someday we'll have a little conversation with them as well and show you what they do.
Pretty technology.
It's the future. I'm having a hard time imagining getting packages delivered by drones, but they say it's coming. But I remember back in 1990 when someone told me that you were going to be able to see who was calling you every time you got a phone call.
Huh.
And I said, right.
Yeah, you bet.
You bet. Oh, it's this thing called caller ID. Yeah, but how's that really going to work? So,
how can it work?
And it does.
Rather well.
And that was only 30 some years ago, 32 years ago. Yeah. Let's just switch to camera 2 here for a minute. Just want to see what our...
111 just advised he's not in the store for the cop, but
review looks like there.
Have information.
Oh yeah, you do see a reflection in your... What is that from? Oh, that's a reflection in the window, though. That's a reflection off the window, I think.
Okay.
I don't Interesting. Gotta aim that camera down a little bit. For those of you just joining us, we're testing out 2 camera streams, and right now we just have one temporarily attached to the side window of our car. And we're going to work on it. Tomorrow night we will have one in another squad car. Maybe Mike Martin's car. Not sure. Under Sheriff Mike Martin. Maybe Action Alex. Back to camera 1.
There you go.
Arriving medics.
Copy at 2012.
What do you think? Ultimately, we'll probably have 3 cameras on the car, properly mounted so that you can see out the side windows as we go by stuff. But it's going to take us a while to figure out how to mount them. So tomorrow night we'll see if we can get one mounted, but if not, we'll have them in another squad car.
Many of you will recall that at Larpenteur and Howard 14 months ago, Devin Madley was murdered in the street, and that is still unsolved at this time. Someone out there knows something about that murder, knows who did it. Do the right thing, folks, and keep Devin's family in your prayers.
Computer issues. Can you log me off real quick?
Copy, 2030.
Did I mention curb?
Party was found by family members and returned back to the address. They're just assisted with transit.
We had a busy 2 days with stolen cars. And Deputy Kill spotted one up at Maplewood Mall with 5 people jumping out. They were able to catch one today.
Saw that.
Yesterday there was a flurry of them. The day before too. Gonna have to pull the reports from Minneapolis on that carjacking by Prospect Park.
Yeah, definitely.
See whatever happened there. And I want to thank, if you saw the press conference, if you watched it, you saw that there was a husband of a carjack victim that occurred in South Minneapolis, off of Hennepin, not too far. And he was kind enough to come in and tell their story of his wife. And they had a 6-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old niece that were in the car. And so the wife fought with the carjacker, and thankfully she fought enough.
366 copy the dangerous condition technique.
area of Maryland, our side.
That's that bad.
That's a half hour old. So, which is sad that we're in a dangerous condition. Cars were stolen, the plates on there that are a half hour old. But anyhow, she fought. She refused to give in, and they fled in their own car, and then they smashed into several other cars to get out of there.
Jesus.
And they were under. They were after Sunday school. They were going to get some pastry down there in Hennepin during the daylight, broad daylight.
Children in the car.
Children in the car.
Who does that?
With a gun. So you can imagine the impact that this has had on their family. And this is the thing about this carjacking. It's not
1566 Jessamine Lane, apartment D Delta, on a suspicious. That comp's been gone for the past.
It's not just, something that happens and you forget about it.
No.
Or anybody forgets about it, for that matter. I mean, it impacts your whole family, your neighborhood. He said his other daughter, junior high daughter, said to him, Daddy, do you think they were going to shoot Mommy? You know?
How traumatizing.
And I really appreciate him sharing the story. They still have activities over there. Their religious place of worship is there. She used to, when she was dropping the kids off to Sunday school or church school, she used to walk the dog. But she doesn't do that anymore.
It makes you change your lifestyle.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It really is an act of terrorism when you think about it. Maybe carjacking should be classified as an act of terrorism because it terrifies the whole community, not just not just that family. It terrorizes everybody. But we didn't obviously give their last name, but his first name was John, and I want to thank John for coming and being a part of that. He's been lobbying the legislature as long as we have to get a special session.
He has.
And then Tisha, of course, one of the moms of one of our. We got going over there, man.
Everything okay? You ran out of gas?
Yeah. Oh. That's not good. That's not good.
So I just asked him, why are we still on gas 89? We've been on 89 all my life. We have not moved to 91 yet.
I like it. I vote for 87. It's cheaper.
But okay, why are we still on 87? We done ran out.
Here's the thing.
More gas?
Who was driving when it ran out? Well, he should have to pay then, you know? Did you get help already or what?
Yeah, we went and got some gas.
Okay.
All right, well, you have a good night.
Thank you for
Take
help.
care.
Who did someone help you? The guy behind you or not?
No, that's my son. I went. He called me. I'm the sister.
Oh, God bless.
Gas here.
Let's make sure you get it
More
going.
gas, right?
I'm gonna drive this month
Again?
Man, I changed it 5 times in the truck.
Oh, jeez.
See that?
That doesn't sound promising.
Well, was it empty or not?
Yeah, it was empty.
Well, it takes a while for that pump. The pump's got to prime a little bit.
Yeah, he said he got a prime.
Yeah, that's what I just tried to do. I tried to
prime it.
And spin it. Quick twist is spinning.
Are you going to let it rest for a little bit?
Yeah, I just turned it on to prime it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you did. We'll check on you later.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
Take care,
Have a good
guys.
one.
You too.
I hear a radio. Do you hear a radio? Somebody's talking on some radio. If you're wondering, we're using an iPhone 13 Pro Max. We're not sure if the iPhone 14 Pro Max are any better, but the reviews say that the camera is better. I don't know how that can be. It can be much better, but they say that it captures more low light.
Oh, okay.
On the 14. So, what is it? Somebody's talking. Is that up? Somewhere there's a phone. There's some volume up there somewhere. It's not these.
I don't know.
There we have it. So we are on Frost Avenue out in Maplewood.
Somebody said the 14 has better stability too.
I didn't read that, but I wouldn't surprise me if they added another stabilizer. You know, we believe our general philosophy is the larger the number, the more stable, right? So, like for instance, Pat's 68 and I'm 67. So Pat's a little more stable.
Theoretically.
Somebody was yelling to you, Pat, out the window, I think. Unless it was that the phone in the car that we are wondering about. We'll give him another chance to yell at us. How's it going? We'll pull over there. We thought we heard something. Well, there we go. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate it. How's your night going?
Good, how about you?
Good. Oh, thank you very much.
So great, you guys. They wait for you to drive by.
Wow, we're glad we heard you. Glad we heard you.
545 Victor Delta Bravo.
What's going on? What's going on at school? Anything?
We just had conferences.
Plus there was a lockdown today about a bomb threat.
Oh boy.
What school you at?
John Glenn.
John Glenn, you know I went there.
Yeah.
John Glenn, I was actually there for 5 years. And that's not because I failed 6th, 7th grade. Back then, well, first of all, John Glenn junior high used to be 7th, 8th, and 9th, okay? Because high school didn't start at 9th, it started at 10th. But when they first built John Glenn, they were short on space other places. So they shipped a bunch of us 4th and 5th graders over there for 2 years. And that's where I went to 4th and 5th grade. Then I went to 6th over at Webster and back to John Glenn for 7th, 8th, and 9th. So but they did a lot. They built a brand new whole school now, huh?
Yeah. Everything's remodeled.
It's like a college school.
Yeah, is it? I gotta get in there. I gotta go. Who's the principal over there now?
Jill Malkovich.
Oh, Jill Malkovich.
Yeah.
I gotta get in there.
I'm usually the one that messages Pat about the movie. Oh yes, he messages him a lot about movies. He works at AMC.
All right. What's your tag name?
Zach Schreiber.
Oh, Zach. Okay.
The last time we seen you guys was at the State Fair.
Yeah.
That was fun. We missed.
I remember that.
It was good fun.
We missed the fair.
Yeah. I'll pass.
He got injured at the fair.
What
during
happened?
That shooting.
During the shooting?
Oh my!
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh my goodness! So what happened?
I got trampled.
Trampled?
Yeah.
Good fun.
Oh,
We're gonna get a tattoo.
Yeah, we'll get a tattoo right on the surgery.
I did hear about somebody getting injured. So that was you.
Yeah. It pulled my quad muscle right off my kneecap.
Oh, jeez.
Were you running? Were you running?
No, I was getting her out of the way. She didn't even see the crowd.
Yeah.
But I wasn't smart enough to get myself out of the way.
Yeah.
I took one.
Well, you know, the thing is, I got to admit, I was kind of over by the French fries over there. And it depends which shooting it was, because there was 3 times people ran.
Yeah.
The one we know for sure, right in front of the basketball place, I was right there. So nobody ran over me because everybody was running away. But before that one happened, there was two, like, we think they might have been shootings where people were running.
Yeah.
And I just remember trying to get myself behind a light pole, you know, so you didn't get trampled.
Well,
you
we
know
were
what I
in
mean?
the back of the midway, and so we didn't even hear them.
Oh, you were in the back.
The first one we did good.
We
the
just
second
seen it.
one we didn't get out of the way quick enough.
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Yeah, when the real shooting, they all ran toward the back of the midway.
Yeah.
And actually, we got video of them hiding behind some of the trailers back there, exchanging the gun.
Oh yeah.
So we're working on that as well. It was
just one of those things, you know.
yeah. Well, it's a memory, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
And I'll get the tattoo by the scar, and it'll say State Fair 2022.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I want, you know, every year there's an artist that makes a poster of the fair. I wonder if they'll include that. They'll include that in there.
You gotta have some humor.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
mean,
just...
I make it, 26 years in the military, and I retired, and I haven't even been retired a year yet.
Really? Well, thank you for your service.
And then go to the fair.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you guys.
Hey, well, you protected your family.
Yeah, thanks for shouting us out. We really like to meet you guys.
By.
Yeah. See you.
Good to see you guys again.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice family, huh?
Very much so.
Nice family. Nice family. Probably should off.
Copy, 2020.
Very nice. What we got here? Maplewood Police.
Let them know who we are.
Well, I think he knows.
Oh, don't do that window.
Oh, no. What's my speed, officer?
How are you?
Everything good?
Yeah, we're good. I was just checking my map, and we're getting ready to do some PR checks.
All right, very good. Is he training you in?
Yeah, I'm Steve Clayton. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good
yeah.
to meet you. Pat
Good luck.
Scott.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
You guys too.
See ya. Yeah, almost rolled that window down on itself, didn't I, Pat? Well, everybody's trying to hire officers. This Maplewood, they were hiring, there was a training one of their new officers. Facebook or YouTube? Is Facebook?
Here.
Huh?
Here.
Well, do we care?
No.
Let me see that. Yeah. Well, obviously, backseaters, we just want to subscribe to being kind to one another. Again, we don't think long, protracted arguments about stupid things are beneficial to anybody, but we understand when someone needs to just be put in their place. We're good with that too.
And you guys do a pretty good job of it.
Sometimes you have to parent children, right?
That's right.
Sometimes you have to hold people accountable for their poor behavior. There's a medical condition out there for people that don't develop emotionally or intellectually to adulthood.
They remain trapped in adolescence.
Trapped in adolescence. And a consequence of that is rude behavior.
Indeed. And they're too old to be sent to their room anymore.
That's the thing. Maybe there ought to be a rule, a certain qualifications you have to have before you can be considered an adult.
Kim, your son is a great FTO.
Which department?
Sheriff's Office.
Oh,
Vermont.
Your husband's a pretty good FTO too, Kim. Every time I drive by one of those Vang Pow signs, it reminds me of the original Batman shows, remember? Where whenever Batman would strike someone, there wasn't graphic violence.
Bam, pow,
pow, pow,
pow.
Yeah. But the letters are kind of, you know, bubble letters like that, you know. So bang, pow, yeah, but it's bang, pow. She's a very nice, very, very nice person. You know, I worked with her father for years.
You guys were pretty close, weren't you?
Yeah, very close. He was a great leader. No one ever gave more of themselves for their people than General Bang Pow. I mean, you will always have disagreements with how everything is done, but in terms of commitment to the Hmong people, both as a young military leader in Laos.
Sergeant to copy. See your victim 341 Smith Avenue United, room 1 in the ER.
So whether it's
GSW,
as a young leader in the mountains of Laos, or as a leader in Longcheng, working with the CIA to fight the communist path out loud, General Vang Pow was just dedicated to the Hmong people from the day he became a military person until the day that he died in 2010. And, you know, making sure his community succeeded in America. Well, first, of course.
This information is
hang on.
We currently have a GSW over at United Hospital saying that it happened over at East Side. This information is there at 2034.
But where?
Somewhere on 3rd.
Could that be a typo? Maybe check down. I don't know where that street is. But anyhow, you know, it's one thing fighting the war against the communists and then getting his people out of this country so they weren't slaughtered by the communist path at Lao, and then, of course, ensuring they had safe refuge to some other countries. And they went to several other countries, 4 really. France has a large number of Hmong people, Australia too, United States, of course, is one of the primary countries. But then making sure they're all...
There's a boy putting on the same cloth.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Copy. Until we know more, I'm going to keep in.
Anyhow, that's his daughter, Bang Pow. That's now running, and I'm sure he'd be very, very proud.
Oh, no doubt. No, Gina, we will be live tomorrow night too. Planning on an 8 o'clock start.
Yeah. I wish I could play the recording. This was a test. A test of the emergency broadcast system. Oh, by the way, we got to talk about that. Should this have been a real emergency, you would have been instructed to tune in. By the way, that was not the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office that put out that alert for the shelter in place for the suspect. That function is performed by the Ramsey County Communications Center. For those of you that were wondering what the heck was going on. And I don't know exactly the sequence of events if Roseville asked for an alert to be put out.
With the sergeant to copy, 1473 Pascal Street North for a DK driver. Caller's intoxicated son, Troy Kirchner, just left and took a firearm, made homicidal statements towards law enforcement that arrested him recently, leaving in a gray Jeep Cherokee, Minnesota license plate Alpha Yankee Kilo 509. 10-minute time delay.
Yep, I remember him.
175 copy.
Gray Jeep Cherokee.
Yep. 79 copies are happy. Is there a direction of travel?
I don't at this time. I can check with the TV.
Has a handgun and threatening to law enforcement.
Copy. 20 Thursday.
We're heading over there not so much because we're going to be the first to get there, but anytime you have a suspect that's leaving in a car and is threatening law enforcement and has a gun, you can always use extra support. But back on the emergency alert, we're not exactly sure how that evolved, but obviously it was bizarre to have an alert that went over the entire East Metro area. I mean, my phone started ringing nonstop for people that were worried about their children, their families, and
Squad 175, caller was not sure of direction of travel, just stated towards Lake Elmo, possibly via 94.
I don't think that's the way you go.
Copy.
Probably take 36.
2030.
Wait, 660, maybe just
But,
Copy. 2030.
anyhow, yeah, I got calls from people in Delwood, New Brighton, South, the entire county, the fear factor. And even if the technology was to blame, and it's very possible that it was just a technology issue, the lesson learned there is whoever's putting the message could define the area in the message, right? And so that give you a little more comfort. Having said that, interestingly enough, you know, the suspect was not in Roseville at the time of his arrest. He was in St. Paul, down by Como and the Transitway. So had they just limited it to just Roseville, maybe not have caught him. Somebody saw him on the bus.
Right.
But I think the geographic area probably should be noted in the text. You okay, Pat? You got a little sniffle there.
Yeah, my allergies are suddenly kicking up.
Well, you need a paper towel.
Thank you.
You know, every time what Pat does is he, in his garage before he comes to work, he goes out and he has a vise out there and he has a big screwdriver.
26 copy.
Wrench. And he puts the Mountain Dew bottle in there that he's going to give to me, and then he wrenches the top on as hard as it can.
4492.
Just to make me feel bad that I can't open it.
4492.
Hit and run at Costco, 1431 Beam Avenue. Says that someone hit his vehicle and then spat on it while he was in the store. Occurred within the last 30 minutes, no suspect info. Currently parked near the main entrance in a full Lexus.
You do hear that voice talking, right?
2041.
4429 ML.
It's not any of those.
Copy.
Oh, I wonder if it's this thing saying new message. Let me get rid of the volume. That might be it.
I just don't know. Well, we're gonna go up this way.
Boy, how about that rain the other night? It was like it rained mud.
Well, there was a meteorological reason for that.
Yes, there was.
You explained it to me, I think.
It was,
You can tell our viewers.
I guess it was a combination of some of the wildfires and the drought going on right now and all the dust in the air. But when I had parked my vehicle outside that night, and I woke up to it looking like it had been off-roading in the mud.
Yeah. It wasn't good. It was not good. I went directly to the car wash, only to find a very long line.
This will be a report under the PTN.
Very long line. So what's the plate on that gray Jeep Cherokee?
AYK 509. Alpha Yankee Kilo 509.
You see that? Do not approach the party. Apparently he's intoxicated too, right?
Yep.
AYK 509, gray Jeep Cherokee. Has a handgun.
2018 gray Jeep Cherokee.
Hold on.
I hear it now.
Here's the problem. If we stop talking, then we can't hear ourselves. It's a replay of us.
Really?
Yeah. It's a replay of us. And it could be on this phone here. So there you go. Phone we change cameras on. Could be on that phone. Could be we're listening to the preview. We need more wires, folks.
Yeah, that's just what we need.
More wires, more power. Just joined us, we've been testing out the 2-camera approach. No split screen, no small box, no confusion on the sound, just 2 separate cameras, each with their own sound, and the ability to switch between them easily by pushing a button. That is the key. Well, you know what? Well, it is that one because it's plugged into.
Oh, okay. There we go. That'll fix it.
Oh, you can plug it.
I got enough power now.
Okay, there we go.
We're not going to be able to do that much.
Oh, it was trained investigators to figure that one out. I was sitting over on one of our known auto thieves the other night. I think you might have been over there, over off a Village Trail, and waiting for a stolen car to come by. And a nice young man in a Dodge Charger pulled up.
Squad 111.
I was putting the lights on him, and he stopped. His name was Johan. And
Scan State Patrol, and they said for that Pasco call, that driver is going up and down 94 looking for the trooper. Is that new information?
we should be checking that area.
That sounds a little weird.
Well, it's
Take that copy the same. I've been eastbound from Snelling at Marion now. I'm going to whip around just to see if anything sticks out.
I don't.
Well, it's just
They interpreted that he's looking for the trooper. They just said that he's getting on the freeway or what?
he's angry because a trooper stopped him, arrested him. Recently arrested by.
Watch up 5. You can just advise if there's any way to figure out where this party might be via like vehicle tracking. Let us know.
He's working on it. Just be advised. Looks like it's probably 822. That's scary.
What?
I couldn't copy that.
Sure, copy.
175-10-9. Came a little broken.
175 working on further, but it does look like our firearm is going to be a 22 caliber.
66 Tango. It'll be a supplement. You can send
We're gonna hang near 35 and LARP here. If he's on the freeway, someone sees him, we'll be able to hop on. If he's not, Larpenter is a good.
Copy. Firearm is going to be a
way to
22
get
caliber,
back home.
2047.
Yeah. Just an intersection we can monitor. You know, 35 and 36 is probably another one, but that's next impossible.
262, cancel 277.
277, you're clear.
277, can we be on it?
Copy, 260, you're clear.
What was I just saying before we got confused?
50, showing you around from 20 feet.
Sit over here for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
48 Tango.
4448 Tango.
Be back in the Carjacking area.
Geez, I was looking at the camera. I thought that was a pull-down screen.
Oh.
Look at it.
No suspect info on the blackmail. Nothing was taken.
Copy. I've heard somewhere on Ver, no suspect info other than blackmail, possibly attempted robbery.
266 Tango will be out at the liquor store. At Minnesota 171 uniform Tango Victor.
Copy, I'll have the liquor store.
108.
108.
175.
Having a little more intensity in these calls.
108, go ahead.
No, stand by for 175.
Can I turn the air conditioning on?
Copy, 175, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
175, just further information. The subject just stated that he was going to go out to the area where he got his DWI and look for the officer that gave him the DWI and shoot the officer. And it was out in the Lake Elmo area.
Okay.
66 Tango.
Copy. Subject just stated he's going to go out to the area where he got his DWI. Turning to officer, it is out in the Lake Elmo area. State Patrol and Watchful are aware of the situation.
You know, thankfully we haven't had a lot of officers shot in Minnesota lately, but nationally the trend is really bad.
Very bad.
And Pat keeps track of all that stuff closer than I do, but I can tell you the numbers are such that
Just copy.
staggering.
All surrounding agencies aware of this until we can get a consular out of the vehicle.
Well, we could float out toward Lake Elmo, huh?
Copy. Will do.
Better make sure Washington County knows what's coming.
Looks like he was arrested at 94 Mount. Can you let East know about this, please?
94.
126, can you go again?
Was he arrested there?
Looks like Emmerich just said that he was arrested at 94 Mount. Can you let East know?
Okay.
Well, that's not Lake Elmo.
Copy. Yeah, try to
Unless he's been arrested more than once.
6 Tango.
26.
Did we get a text?
Copy.
on that?
Disregarding at 2051.
277, if it hasn't been added already, can you add Echo Hotel Mike? Disregard.
Disregarding 2051.
I don't think drunk people are probably that particular about who they shoot. Do you think? Pretty tough to find the guy that actually stopped you.
656, can you take 4, please?
But it's good for every officer to be aware of.
It's definitely.
And information is flagged for calls that Wes is dealing out with. They were out with the vehicle Alpha Yankee Kilo 509 on a 2018 Jeep Cherokee that's going to be gray in color. Could be an intoxicated male who left and took a firearm with him. He made homicidal statements to a law enforcement that arrested him recently.
They're not out with
The Officer State Patrol said he was going to leave and go shoot the officers that gave him the DWI or DUI.
Some photo squads on a DKD out of Western District. Found some intoxicated son left area 1473 Pascal Street.
Where was that?
North after making homicidal statements.
You have 175. Give me a call when you get the chance. There's a lot going on.
Okay, 537. Information is not just lost. I sent you guys a message. Work this information at your lot test at 2057.
Hello.
11.
We're kind of checking the area 94 here. Can we get another car up to 175 to assist him? Outside street, not alone, please. 179, I'm in Rock. Working on the cops there right now. I'm on the phone with Data.
179, Rock, copy.
Answer 175.
Copy. Call 175.
Go ahead.
Can you call 108?
Well, you know where that might. Mute that for a minute. You know where that.
Yeah, affirmative. Just give me one. Is negligent discharge of a firearm. Everything else is going to be mental health.
Copy.
We have a pretty good description of the type of car, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a long ways.
Well, even if it was right, it's just.
Yeah.
184. 24.
Some of you did apparently
Do you
see
know if State's got any suspicious call or DKP
a similar colored
on
Jeep.
the
We're
highway?
not sure at the plate. When we were down on Johnson Parkway when this call first came out.
Recently, I know, but I can check.
Certainly possible that it was a similar car, but there's.
Thank you.
We have no rock solid information on that. We do appreciate that. We were looking around to figure out where there was, and we realized the train bridge in the back was the one over on Johnson Parkway crossing near Case and Ames there. So thank you very much for your help. We appreciate those types of tips. But unless our camera is good enough to capture a plate that far away from and there's not a lot, 5 or 10 minutes after the fact that we can do.
8197, Kevin.
Thank you, though.
Yeah. Your backseaters are amazing.
61, I'll be in the area tomorrow.
Cairo D. David, George King Adam, 733.
61, copy. 921.
Every officer in the state now is being alerted to the car description via Cops Alert, and all St. Paul people know already. You probably got it. There's a picture of him.
524. 44. First State Patrol, they have not had any suspicious or drunk driver calls within Ramsey County.
Yeah, and we do appreciate that. And the Jeep we are looking for is a 2018. And that is much older than a 2018 that you guys saw. But good looking out, as always.
Also just got the cops alert out, so it should be entered by 10 shortly.
But if you do see it, the plate, what's the plate again, Pat?
GYK.
Are you sure?
509, I think?
Yeah, AYK though.
AYK 509.
Search and copy 1276 Wilson Avenue. A shots fired. One caller reporting 3 shots for 3 minutes ago.
Wait till we get all 3 cameras going though, huh? Then we'll be able to capture.
Then we'll be rocking and rolling.
Is it Thursday today?
It is.
Who's playing football tonight? Who we got? I should know that. Thursday night football. You know, Thursday night football is not on the main channels anymore, though. It's on like Prime TV.
Oh, really?
You gotta have a subscription.
Well, you gotta have subscriptions to so many different things.
To what?
So many different things these days.
Phone number is going to be 763-245-0029.
Except for Live on Patrol. Subscription-free TV.
Information last 40029.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, here's the thing.
Updating phone number last 40029 and 2103.
Updated info. 4029.
Buccaneers and Ravens are playing.
Oh, the Bucks are playing? Tampa Bay. Thursday night.
Happy iPhone Metro carrier 2103.
They're not having a great year, the Buck. Poor Tom. He's not having a great year. It just goes to prove if you're not getting along with your wife well, that it's hard to focus on other things.
Good point.
I'm a big Tom Brady fan too. So you need a mediator, Tom, call me. Well, time and time again, I'm just going to tell you this, time and time again, we end up searching all over town, and where do we find these people? Back in a 1 mile radius of where they live.
Right.
So. 9174. So we are over here in the neighborhood here off of Lexington and Larpenteur. What's that there? Keep your eye out, backseaters, for Jeeps. A lot of different places to stop, gas stations.
The Bucks are up 10-3, and the Wild won 4-2.
Well, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, I just drank here. Sorry.
What am I going to do with you? The thing about it is,
my health is good.
No, Mountain Dew kills everything.
That's true.
Everything.
That's
right?
a good point.
So it doesn't matter. Let's just drive by the house to get our bearings. What's the address? 1427 Pascal? No.
It's Pascal.
Pascal. All right. So remember up here
73.
1473. Remember up here in on Larpenteur, we're up at 1680 north because Maryland and Como are 1200, a mile, and the 480 numbers north of that is Larpenteur at the border. Now, the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office patrols the city of Falcon Heights. The city of Falcon Heights runs right here down to Hoyt.
For the last update, I'll be responding to the address.
So on the north side of Hoyt is Falcon Heights. On the south side is the city of St. Paul. It's Como Park Lutheran there. We are essentially in the neighborhood just east of the Minnesota State Fair. So, I want you to picture this. Arlington is a half mile north of Como, so that's 1440 north. Arlington is 1440 north. And Hoyt is another quarter mile north, another 120 miles. So we're at 1560 north. 1560 north is essentially our latitude. And then another quarter mile, of course, is Larpenteur. So here's Pascal. So right now we're at 1560 North Pascal, and we're going to 100 block. And the point of this, it's always not a bad idea to drive around the area where the individual left, get the lay of the land in case he comes back, or what he might have been thinking. See a squad up there on the left. And the worst problem is when the people need some mental help, and here's the squads. They need some mental help, and they get back into the house.
Bravo,
Now you end up with a barricaded situation.
Bravo, 645, you have a good day, 2109.
So here's Arlington. Alcohol can bring out the worst in people.
Indeed.
Little known street here, McKinley, which is an angle street. Got to find out the history on how this got put in here, but
well, we have the book to find that out.
we're gonna have to read up on that. McKinley Street.
He's wondering if we're a Jeep.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, not a Jeep. Although a Jeep and Dodge manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
Jeeps, yeah. So, if it's me, of course, I don't drink, but you got to think like the guy that's drinking. All right. If it's me and you're leaving this neighborhood, you go up to the fast food restaurants on Snelling Avenue. Get some food. You always think better when you have a full stomach. Of course, you probably would have been there and gone by now.
True that. True that.
But a lot of things are still open up there.
Yes, there are.
Target's open.
I don't see him going to Target.
No, I'm just saying there's...
Oh, there's plenty of business.
Go to some place where there's activity. Sounds like you fired a round off.
I've just discovered that it's not a small handgun, it's going to be a 22 long gun.
Copy. It will not be a small handgun. It's going to be a 22 long gun at 2111.
That changes the dynamics a little bit, huh?
Sure does.
Okay. So the individual has a long rifle, which, if you wanted to shoot a police officer, that would be a lot easier, right?
Now driving the highway looking for the
distance,
making threats to kill those officers. We're just going to play out the Troy Kirshner. White
You know
male,
what I'm thinking
born
right
in
now is
1975, 5'10", 200.
I'm just hoping he's not a backseater.
Info 21
The information is passed for Officer Safety Counselor issued by St. Paul for license plate Alpha Yankee Kilo 5099 2018 Jeep. It's going to be gray in color. It's going to be a pickup and hold for only reckless discharge of Driver Ramsey. Officer Safety for $200 for release white hole and won't be the hands on. Will be arrested by DWI 15 troopers not driving on the highway looking for troopers and taking the car. Suspect taking the bus to kill an officer. Sent to your laptop for 2113.
We are up in the Harmar Mall area.
Parking lot, 629 Long Lake Road with Illinois Charles Henry 72502. Copy this one.
Yeah, 22 long rifle is a caliber used in just both handguns and rifles, but they said that this was specifically a long gun, which means a rifle that shoots 22 long rifle ammunition.
What do we got there?
Not it.
That's a Jeep, though.
Yep. Very good. I think that's a, what do you call it? Patriot, I think. Or Liberty.
177.
177.
Has anyone tried giving the mail a call?
Any officers on the Pasco call advise if the mail has been contacted?
Well, I can pretty much tell you I'm an expert on every fast food restaurant up here. Nope. Temporary plate.
I don't know if 179 or 108 can advise that they probably hold off on calling party for now, but are we able to ping in this circumstance?
I'm gonna wait. I'm just out at the LEC. I'm working on that. So I'll give you an update here shortly.
Calling the subject at 2160.
Had two original recipe breast yesterday, and some mashed potatoes and coleslaw.
We're on a 77-year-old male, so employed 2116.
That's a Kentucky Fried.
I love Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So pure. I don't know if Cubba's open over there or not. It's kind of vacant, but Barnes & Noble's still open. Harvey's got nobody in line, but is that over there anything? Can't tell.
Nope. Mitsubishi.
They're sure driving fast lately, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who's honking at who? You know, someone...
175 to 108, go to 4, please.
I'm not going to be the inventor of this, but someone's going to invent a horn that when you push it, it has words to it. I mean, the technology is clearly there, right?
Oh, yeah. Have several different horn buttons.
Of course.
With different phrases.
Yeah. Well, just like, I mean, it's like a doll, you know? Push 1, pull 2. I'm surprised someone hasn't invented it already, right? I mean, it couldn't be profane, but, you know, you just never know. But maybe that would be more satisfying than pushing on the horn for 20 seconds. Just get it out. You're a terrible driver, buddy. That would be mine. You're a terrible driver. Remember that? Oh, were you with me when I pulled that girl over and she was driving way too fast? And... Hi, folks. How's it going? I pulled her over. I said, "You're a terrible driver." She goes, "You think so?" I said, "Yes."
Matter of fact, you kind of proved it.
Fletcher.
175, can you go to 4?
Bingo.
177, going to 4 from.
150, 2119.
Used to be, what was the name of the Christian bookstore that was here?
Oh.
I used to like coming out here.
I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember the name.
What's the name of it? If anybody knows, right here at Burlington in the back, there used to be a Christian bookstore. It wasn't just books. What the heck was it?
3934.
I don't think it was the Bible store. It was,
Holy Margaret with Edward Robert King, 75.
they had some good, thoughtful plaques and stuff that I used to
traffic at 2119.
enjoy. For those of you that haven't heard the story, Harmar Mall, I know I've told it a few times, Harmar Mall was the development of
175.
the Slawic family.
175.
And
One more
Slawic
thing. I
family,
just advise that our cop here has a brother named Christopher Koenig that lives out in the Lake Elmo area, and our subject could possibly be going there. She does not know an address.
so the Slawics, their names were Harold and Marie Slawic. They were developers, really great people. I didn't know Harold, but I knew Marie
I'm going to put his
well.
spelling of his name and his phone number in the phone.
And so they built Harmar Mall. Oh, I don't know when it was, late 60s, early 70s. And
Northwestern Christian Bookstore.
Northwestern Christian Bookstore, yeah. That was
Thank you.
That was a great store, thank you. I don't know, and actually, do you know where, do they have one now? Or somewhere else?
If they have another location, let us know.
But Harold and Marie decided to name the mall after the first 3 letters of each of their names. So,
H-A-R?
Yep.
N-A-R.
Now, you think there was? You think they were arguing over whether whose name should go first? I would have been a little worried to be Marhar.
Doesn't have quite the same feel.
No. But just imagine how history could have changed. Again, folks, we're looking for a gray Jeep.
Cherokee.
Northwestern Christian Bookstore. See right there? Harmar. And Marie Slawic was one of the original school patrol creators. She donated cars to the school patrol.
Yeah, Skipper Slawick, right?
Yep, her son died. Was killed in an accident. She became a big advocate. Skipper's buried out on Resurrection Cemetery. It's not a fact I would normally know. What do we got here for a car? It's not gray, but... Just trying to help you from keep him from getting me shot, Pat. Okay. Anyhow, he's buried right across the street from my father-in-law.
Checking for a new Brighton.
At Resurrection.
27.
He was also a great guy. But, this, okay, if you really want to remember, Marie used to own, the Slawicks used to own all the car lots on University Avenue. They owned property down. They bought everything, and they would rent it out to people. Klein Olds, they own that lot, etc. They own a bunch of property on Uni. And after Harold was gone, Marie decided to develop a building at Snellingen University. And to this day, when you drive by, you will see, I'm saying this, this is kind of funny, but you will see a large green tile building on the southwest corner of University and Snelling, which a lot of people say it looks like a bathroom tile, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's called the Spruce Tree
He's
Building
in the alley just north
because
of,
it's designed to look like a spruce
just
tree.
west of Roy, off of Spruce facing northbound.
What was that?
I have no idea, but west of Roy.
25 will be here. Joe's 10-1.
Copy 10-1. Still in the alley facing northbound on Spruce Street.
Well, there we have Spruce Street, right by the Spruce Tree.
6-2. We're going to try to approach Rose going north.
Okay. I think that's us. Must be a stolen, huh?
Just one copy.
Spruce Tree Center, right by Spruce Street.
Let's try to take cover from Spruce. It's going to be a really tight alley. We're not going to have cover. Vehicle's running, and he just turned his lights off.
I wonder if that's his car.
108, stand by before you approach the vehicle. 26, I'm on a couple blocks here.
That's it.
Copy.
Well, there you have it.
621. We're still on Spruce.
Clear.
Can you just open the driver's door? Let's back up.
We're going to mute folks so we don't give away any information.
We'll be back.
Copy on Spruce now. Just open.
First, gonna check the vehicle real quick.
All right, folks. St. Paul squads found the man in the Jeep Cherokee off of Spruce Tree and Roy.
26 vehicle is clearing. He's in here.
And they have him in custody.
Copy. Vehicle's clear. 10-1.
But there is an irony. We were talking about the Spruce Tree Center.
Can you show me out on that?
And that road, Spruce, was named after they put the Spruce Tree Center in. So,
And there's something.
There is an irony there. We're going to go down there. We're going to show you the Spruce Tree Center and where the suspect was apprehended.
I think you talking about it made it happen.
No, I think, but I don't know. I'll tell you what, the Minnesota Post Board is in that building. There's just a lot of possibilities of what he was thinking of carrying out. Or there are some therapists in that building too. Can I go back to?
Oh yeah.
So we're on Snelling Avenue.
902 X-Ray Tango Hotel.
Good work by that officer, though.
Very good work.
I don't know if there was a call or not, but that was really good work.
I think they just happened to cross it.
25 just past vehicles parked in the alley behind 436 fully.
436.
Happy in the alley behind 436 Roy, 21
So we were in the north end of Snelling up there by Harmar Mall. And south. And again, this big green building was built by the Maurice Slawick, the same developer that developed Harmar Mall. And you'll see that big sign up there.
1600 Spruce Tree.
Maybe you can pull the camera when we got our own address there.
24 the 170 code 4.
Spruce Tree.
Happy when in custody code 4, 21
With green shower tiles.
277 code 4.
Happy 277 code 4. 277
copy code 4 on channel 1 or 21
So here's Spruce Tree Center.
Code 176.
Roy is the next block over, and I'm sure they're in this alley, right? Oh, it's on which address? For
Squad 176.
176.
So from this, we could take a pending.
This is Roy Street.
Copy 400 Central Avenue West for a domestic caller's child's father is intoxicated, was making threats via phone, and is now sitting on caller's porch. Deshaun McCraney, 1979, 1111, black male, 6 foot, thin build.
Not going to go down there, but
caller is at Central Norondo in a GMC Envoy.
Copy.
Bethlehem Lutheran Church and Central Baptist on the other side of the street. So, well, the good news is he wasn't really near the Spruce Tree building.
No.
Just hiding in the alley there. Good work.
Outstanding work.
Go ahead, sir.
176. Suspect, subject unit. We'll break the traffic. Let's go with Syndicate and St. Anthony. Buick, no plates.
So you'll see the officers up there at the end of the. Oh, there's the car.
Oh, there's
right
the
there.
car.
I'm a little surprised
Copy,
there's nobody
Syndicate
by the
St.
car.
Anthony. There's no plate, 21.
They did say that it was cleared, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the car right there in the alley, folks. AYK 509. That's how a call comes together.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going to take him for a medical evaluation. Sounds like he didn't resist, right?
Nope.
And that is Pat yawning, if you're wondering which one of us is yawning.
Yes, it is.
I just want to say.
It is not Bob. It is me.
Well, we're going to wrap it up pretty quick for tonight anyhow, Pat. Because you got to get some rest for tomorrow night.
Indeed.
I think those people that do that employment service are going to have to pay us some royalties for the times you say indeed. I need indeed. You know, we got to go in. One of the advantages of having the multiple cameras, folks, is we're going to have a camera that we can take in and walk in addition to the cameras mounted on the cars. And for instance, I've been in that Midway bookstore maybe once or twice in my life. Okay, when I went to Hamlin here.
Okay.
But don't you just want to go in there and find out what kind of books they got in there? I mean, it's a staple. It's been around for 50, 60 years. I don't know. I want to go in there someday. Look at the size of that bookstore.
Oh, I know.
You could probably find something we would enjoy in there.
Oh, I'll bet.
Or next door here at Christensen's. Right. We're good.
5183, 5181.
I gotta go back and take a look at this guy lurking outside McDonald's. Something's not quite right.
K1. 1722 Woodbridge Court, in front of the police department. Uber driver going in, 45-year-old male.
He's waiting for food. He had a sway to it.
176, we'll take another. 172, we'll go. End the call.
Looks like a lot of people are lined up for food, huh? Alright, well that makes more sense then. Are they waiting for food or are they homeless?
I'm not sure.
160 en route there.
Looks like they're waiting to get a pickup and delivery.
Oh,
Copy.
okay.
176, are you going to be back in route
That's
to
where
the
they pick
domestic
up
on
their
Central?
food for.
Negative, we're still on this traffic stop. Very nice
If
walk
they're
here.
on foot.
Where's 176 at?
Copy. 172, I'll show you en route at 2135.
172, pin this call in as 176 call as well.
I copy, showing you en route at 2135.
Traffic stop, Syndicate St. Anthony. Vehicle, no plates.
Had a little urgency in his voice there. You should put a camera in the back seat.
Oh, sorry.
Clear the stop on the cab. Go 262 and 274. Alright.
Somebody's got.
There's a lot of construction. Well, that's not good.
Well, this is perfect, actually.
As long as we're on the right side of Syndicate. It's one way down there. So we're running over on a squad that's stopped a car without plates. Not that that's unusual, but
6, you can slow anybody else down here, please.
I just slowed everybody else down. You know, there's something nice about working a little earlier like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
back up here, huh?
Yep.
It's gonna hold the other traffic up, I think. Unless that's a squad. Is that a stop in here? No.
Nope.
Doesn't look like a fully cooperative driver, does it? Well, I think the Mountain Dew has killed your germs by now.
It should have.
Okay. Look, a little Windex getting killed. Actually, part of the reason we're here, folks, is this lane of traffic wasn't blocked, and there were several cars trying to go by. They want not since we pulled up and put our flashers on. At least they're not trying to get by, which is a very dangerous situation for cars to be driving by a traffic stop where there's a negotiation going on.
429. The report, and you can have it at child abuse.
179.
179. Yep.
En route to the LEC with an adult male.
Copy to the LEC at 2139.
$186. Did you need anything else on there?
Yep. $186, go ahead.
111 to 186. Do you need anything else on there?
All's well that ends well.
Indeed.
186.
Go ahead.
Hey, 111, just seeing if you guys need anything else on this.
I think we should be good. I'm going to be just towing the vehicle.
Well, for what started out to be like a 1 hour thing.
Good copy.
Is it okay?
Definitely some interesting things going on.
So just in summary, read the Star Tribune story about juvenile detention space not available. It's online today. It'll be front page of the Sunday paper. One of the finest reporting journalist stories about causes of our justice system failing that I've seen in 20 years. Just really a good story.
Ramsey 163, Bravo 309, and also 172.
Call your legislator, text them, email them, about encourage them to have a special session as soon as this crazy election is over. And by the way, there was a TV show on the other day. It was like 1 hour long. You know what it was called?
What was it called?
Political Ads in Minnesota. Huh. Holy mackerel, I'm telling you, someone's making a lot of money on advertisement, huh?
No kidding.
One after the other, after the other, after the other.
Unbelievable.
And opposite candidates and this and that. I can't stand all these commercials, but there ought to be a rule. Okay, I'm not going to be political, but I am going to say one thing. The president better not my right to buy an extra 6 inches of leg space on an airline. He was talking about getting rid of fees. Okay, I'm all for the fees with the overdrafts, all right? But do not take away the right to buy a little larger seat when I'm flying.
I totally get that.
So, President, if you're listening, that extra space for seats, we want to preserve that right to buy that, right?
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe it when he said that. I mean, I'm a big guy, 6'2" and change and a lot of extra space. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good.
Hey,
nice
how
to
are
see
you?
you.
My wife's watching you guys right now. I just wanted to say thank you
What's
for
your
service.
what? Thank you.
Thank
What's your
you.
name?
My name's Santoy Randall.
Sandra. Nice. Your wife's watching you. Well, she'll hear you now.
Yeah, I'm about to take my post test, and I've been waiting to get in law enforcement for about 4
We need you. We need you.
So
Heck yeah.
I'm just going to take my test, and I'm there.
Look us up.
I just want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you. Very kind
Thank
of you.
you.
Very kind of you. Say hi
And
to your
good luck
wife.
on your test.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Anyhow, I mean, at my size, I need to buy a couple extra inches in a seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't take that away from a guy.
What's that?
Oh, this that just turns it up.
Possibly stopping at Pleasant Circle and Lexington.
Possibly stopping at Pleasant Circle and Lexington.
Vehicle with a cop alert.
Shouldn't drop.
On the drive in Pleasant Circle.
Anyhow, back to the political commercials. Are they driving you crazy too, or what?
Yeah.
My wife said, she said, you know, just one candidate should run and put an ad that says, I don't have anything bad to say about my opponent. I'm just going to tell you the good things that I can do.
Wouldn't that be refreshing?
Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about my opponent. I'm just going to tell you the good things that I plan to do.
Mudslinging's gotten pretty extreme.
Here's the thing about the word extreme. You know, this year, if you were to do one of those word pictures, the most popular word this year in the commercials is extreme. Everybody is extreme. He's too extreme, he's too extreme. On both ends of the spectrum. And that's become a very popular word. Extreme.
I've got to see if I can find this billboard.
I have the driver route. I'm controlled. You can clear the 10-1 for now.
Good job.
Copy. Control of the driver out of the vehicle. Cancel the 10-1. Morning, perfect. Copy 2146.
Hugh McTavish is running for governor.
Yeah, I don't know him, but I've heard the name. Yeah.
He has this big billboard that says, "Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you."
You gotta give him credit.
That's clever.
It's a copyright violation, though. I watched, there's two movies there. One with, is it called Chatham Tanning or Chatham, what's his name? White House Down. White House Down.
Oh yeah.
I could watch that movie a few times. And there's the other one with Russell Crowe, right?
Not Russell Crowe, Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler, yeah, that's what it was. And that wasn't White. What was it called? It wasn't White House Down. It was Something Has Fallen. Or he was in two of them. He had two of them.
Right.
Yeah, Protecting the President.
413.
He was like 1000 Long Lake Road, United Church of Christ. Caller is waiting next to a silver Saturn Ion in a lot.
Well, St. Paul, Ramsey County, relatively calm, crime-free tonight.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. All signs are good. I gotta turn up the Bucks game when I get home, see how Tom does.
Can you please advise what
You said he's playing the Patriots tonight?
located that vehicle?
I don't remember what the...
Yeah, well, of course, that's his former team. So a lot of rivalry there.
At 24 hours.
We'll pull up to the state capitol. We haven't pulled up to the state capitol for a while.
No.
We'll conclude there.
I like that idea.
We should probably work every night just to avoid having to watch those commercials. It's
really
painful. I mean, I don't know how anybody can afford to advertise anything else, one after the other. You wonder what the collective impact of that is on humans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on every commercial, every TV, every channel. Yeah. I do have a message for the candidates, though. There's no question negative. I mean, I've been in a few elections.
Yes, you have.
There's no question negative campaigning can work early in a campaign.
Olympus has fallen.
Olympus has fallen. Yeah, thank you. Olympus has fallen. Negative campaign can work early, but in the last week of the campaign, voters want to know that their candidate they're thinking of voting is a good person and worthy of their vote. So somehow in the last week, which we're coming up on, we're 11 days away, you need to stop the negative. And it's hard for campaigns to stop the negative because they just feel so good about it but trust me, voters want to know that your candidate is a good person worthy of their vote.
Mm-hmm. That is a beautiful building.
Gorgeous.
Capitol.
The remodeling and the lighting they put on there, people deserve some credit. So, if you want to watch the whole press conference from yesterday, it's available on Alpha News. If you call my office and you want a copy of the letter I sent, be glad to email it out to you. I didn't know how to post it. It's a 4-page letter, pretty long, but be glad to give you a copy of it. But call your legislator. Basically, there's $12 billion in surplus sitting in the state's bank when we got record crime rates, homicide rates. Minnesota set a record last year, carjackings, etc. Failed youth programs, failed social work programs because so few resources. And everybody's in agreement. Every citizen I've talked to is in agreement that a special session would be a good idea to help curb the problem. And so we haven't shown this for a while, but that's our beautiful Minnesota State Capitol. Our election is like yours in a couple days, and we're hoping that our legislative leaders, governor's office will agree to at least try to finance some anti-crime public safety initiatives through July 1st, which is the end of the biennium, if not for longer. But we won't know until after the election and the politics of posturing is over with.
31-year-old 5'9", stocky build, wearing a black t-shirt with hood, black pants. Is in a silver Audi sedan, last seen heading northbound on Milton, possibly en route to Roseville.
Roseville? That's all right. So anyhow, Pat, what do you got to say for yourself tonight, sir?
I want to say thanks, people, for joining us for this surprise pop-up live on patrol. Hope you gained something from it. I hope we had some good conversation for you. And
don't forget the multiple cameras.
Yeah.
You know, for those of you that didn't come on early.
And tomorrow there'll be one in ours car and one in one of the other deputies' cars.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, 116 cancel.
Should be pretty cool, except no. Hang on one second. Seems to be not working. I was going to switch cameras. Oh, wait, whoop. Maybe see, just to prove we can make it work before we quit. By now.
Interesting.
This is a little interesting, isn't it?
8620.
A little bit interesting. Well, there it is. Oh, maybe not.
There we go.
I don't know. I think that's camera one. Well, we'll have all the bugs worked out tomorrow.
All right, folks. Keep being kind to each other, okay? And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.